just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
A first down carry for Smith. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. That's complete. It's Collins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Room past the 35.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
The Chiefs come into this one in search of win number 13 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Finds through, and now a crease. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. That's caught right side by Worthy. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Look at this Baltimore defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
This is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Smith. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Finding Walker, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Smith up the middle. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. In motion right, that's Collins. Here's Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Williams brings it in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles.
Shit.
And
no,
that
I
time
ain't
a
did
little
shit.
bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Fights off the defender. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a really nice job by them picking up
the draft started, right?
And detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times,
you think Carter going first?
Running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Jackson now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush.
Yeah,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25.
Yeah, bro, he was on the floor.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me,
who
it's
does
time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Of course.
Back to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
Oh, wow.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Sheds off the tackle. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, damn.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run.
Oh,
so this
why was that
game
nigga in
is
his
crucial.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They'll run it again with Smith.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The 71 yards for him on the ground. So
that's crazy, man.
He has been terrific
Oof.
in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. In motion right, that's Collins. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Good route,
That's
good
right, they
pickup
are
for
in
first down
Wisconsin.
yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that one will fall incomplete.
I thought that's what I heard.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Jackson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
I think he dropped.
Not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Mac Jones gone. They don't got nobody.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Yeah, they want Abdul Carter.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Yeah, niggas to be talking just to talk.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far because too many